Let's jump to another good game on the week. We got the Lions and the Packers. So obviously the Packers coming out last week and completely smashing the over. Aaron Rodgers playing with a chip on his shoulder, finished one of the highest quarterback scores on the week with 4 scores there. And Matthew Stafford was a little bit underwhelming, playing without Kenny Golladay, playing against the Bears. I think this should be a nice rebound game for the Lions offense as a whole. Packers defense looked to be a little bit slower, not as dominant as they were last year, but that could have just been based on the nature of the game script there against Minnesota last week. That being said, I think there's a lot of really good plays in this one for the Lions. I think Stafford is a really good play here. He plays against the Packers pretty tough. He normally has a pretty good fantasy day. Last year, a really good game in week 5 against the Packers. Now, Kenny Golladay is still not practicing. So it's still concerning at this point. I don't know that Golladay will be back. If he plays, I think you start him even if he's not going to see a full workload. After what we saw Adam Thielen do to the Packers last week, I think Kenny Golladay is definitely going to be used in red zone situations where he could potentially score some touchdowns. So Golladay becomes a good play if he's back. Marvin Jones is someone that you're going to smash start. He always torches the Packers, it seems. And then TJ Hockenson, I mean, at this point, there's not that many great tight ends as it is every year. A lot of these breakout guys, we had a few of them break out and some of them were still waiting, playing the waiting game with. But TJ Hockenson looked great last week. So if you have him, you're going to be starting him. Now, in terms of the running game, Peterson looked like the better runner. Swift was used in the end zone situation, but if you didn't watch the game, DeAndre Swift absolutely lost the game for the Lions. He was wide open in the end zone and just had a concentration drop where he turned his head too soon and dropped the game-winning pass. So he might be in the doghouse for that one. We'll see with Matt Patricia there. I'm not fully sure whether he's going to take it out on him going forward. This is the second-round pick. This could potentially be Patricia's last year, so hopefully he doesn't hold Swift accountable for that for too long, but it could be a murky situation there. The touches were split pretty evenly between Peterson, Swift, and Carrion. If you had to start one, I guess I would still go with Swift because of the receiving upside there, but probably trying to avoid all the running backs here until that situation works itself out. Now on the Packers side, I think Aaron Rodgers is another good start this week. Lions defense definitely do not profile as a good defense, and continuing the trend from last year, Rodgers plays well against poor defenses. We knew coming into the season that the Vikings defense was going to be a lot worse than it was last year, so it made sense that Rodgers had the good game that he did. Of course, you're starting Aaron Jones, and of course, you're starting Davante Adams. The real question is, can you start Allen Lazard or Marques Valdez-Scantling? To me, I would say I don't want to. You can if you absolutely need to. I guess MVS gives you a higher ceiling, and I think Lazard is the safer play. Because one of these guys will probably be good week in and week out, but we saw last year both of these guys had good games and they followed it up with poor performances. Allen Lazard played really well against Detroit last year, so if I had to start one, like if you're in a bind and you need to choose, I would start Lazard, but probably better options all around for you guys. Packers are one of the easiest teams to project right now. Just start Aaron Jones and Davante Adams and start Aaron Rodgers in good matchups and avoid everyone else. But I think the Packers still win this one. Lions always play the Packers really tough, so this could be a really close game. I think the Packers will eke this one out by 4. I got the Packers winning this one 31-27.